saw all the participants, how many participants we got. Well, it's getting busier, but I saw a few women on there. And Bobby Padgett, I think my buddy Bobby's on, and I think he probably said it the best. But behind every successful man is what? A surprise mother-in-law. So just kind of being cute up front, I mean, yes, there is a lot of women that are driving our business, guys. I mean, you come to our conference, there's a lot of hair in the room. Greg, you wouldn't fall into that category, but there's a lot of hair in the room. And you see a lot of women walking the stage and sharing their story as they share their NMD speech. And it's not the money, it's not the position, it's who they become. And I think sometimes the guy's official position is holding the plaque. And there's the kids and she's sharing the story. And it's kind of a cute story because a lot of times the guy might have the ITC, I'm too cool disease, right? Oh, well, that's her business. That's her little part-time home-based business, Juice Plus. Has a little success, it becomes our business. Once it becomes very successful, my business, my idea, right, guys? So the profession, our industry, if you study the direct selling profession, it is 80% women, 80% part-time. And let's face it, they're better networkers. They're the ones that make the decision what's coming into the home, what nutrition's coming into the home. And if a mom can get their kids excited about eating fruits and vegetables, you got a mom on a mission, you got parents with a purpose, and you can't stop that. I told you earlier, Craig, when we talked on the pre-call, I said, you got a good business when you can't screw up your own business. Even if I leave, no one follows me. Everyone loves the product. They're part of the culture. They're part of the mission. They're not going to follow me. But, for those of you who don't know my story, most everybody on the call knows it. I mean, I've been with the company. It's so funny. I spoke in Dallas 2 weekends ago at this thing called the Association of Network Marketing Professionals, a nonprofit organization. They asked me to come out. I came out. I spoke. It was top leaders from all over the world, all these different companies. And everyone was blown away. You've been with one company for over 30 years. January will be your 32nd year with one company. You've made how much? And I told them, I said, well, our company is getting ready to celebrate its 50th year here in 2020. And a lot of these people that are in the network marketing profession and other companies, there's a lot of pop and drops, here today, gone tomorrow. And if you study a lot of these, startup companies, within 5 years, 90% of them are gone. And some of them were asking me, oh, is it too late, Jeff? Is it too late to get involved? Juice Plus been out for 25 years. I said, are you kidding me? I said, the timing today, the awareness today is stronger and better than it's ever been. I said, we got maybe 1 million customers on Juice Plus. There's over 300 million people just in the United States, let alone the 20 plus countries we're in and we're getting ready to expand. I said, so it's kind of like having when I look at my notes, it's like having the best of both worlds. You got something solid, but still ground floor. It's not good timing. It's timeless with our products and our mission and what we're all about. I said, so the awareness today of fruits and vegetables and whole food nutrition is so much stronger than it was even 25 years ago, even stronger than it was a year ago. So you come into this, you go to work, you get focused, you want to build something on rock, not sand, and you want to have something that's stable and lasting. You give me 3 to 5 years here with this company, I'll show you how you can build a strong 6-figure, if not 7-figure residual income. I didn't say passive. You still have to show up and provide value. When the man signs the front of the check, Jay, and I sign the back of the check, I still provide value. I'm still in the game. And I love what I do. I get to add value to other people's lives. I retired into my business, not from my business. But, 30-some years ago, when I was this 20-some-year-old broke waiter who was behind on his bills in life, his promises in life, to himself, to his friends, to his family, very dissatisfied, I showed up very hungry and with a really great work ethic. I was a hard worker no matter what I did. And maybe a lesson tonight I could share with you guys. My sponsor, the guy that cared enough about me to share with me the product, I was a customer first. He quit the business my first month. Now, he had been in the company with the business, with the company, maybe almost 3 years, and got to sales coordinator and didn't have the success that he thought he should have. And he prejudged whether this 24-year-old broke waiter living in this little apartment was going to do anything or not. And he left a fortune on the table. So sometimes it's always darkest before the dawn. Sometimes the hardest person to get is your first really good one. Seems like the second and third and fourth and fifth one come a lot faster, but it takes a while to find one good one. And he left a fortune on the table. So what I'm trying to say is don't give up. Keep moving forward. Great word to have in your vocabulary is the word next. Don't beg people. Say less to more. Don't worry about the ones you can't sell. Worry about the ones you can't see. Don't buy their story. But, I came in and I decided that, okay, my sponsor quit. They're having closed meetings 30 years ago. There's no social media. We had a rotary dial phone. We had VSH tapes. And I decided, you know what, Jeff, I'm not going to look up line. I'm not going to look down line. I'm going to look in the mirror. If it's to be, it's up to me. And I have to tell you guys, I've been praying. I've been praying to God, the good Lord, to bring me something. I was searching. I was hungry. And I was a hard worker. No matter what I did, whether I waited tables, mowed lawns, did construction, cleaned pools. I did a laundry list of jobs. But I was always building someone else's dream instead of being able to build, profits are better than wages, where I could have my own business, earn what I'm worth, become financially independent, have abundance. Today, we can give away hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to different charities because I was willing back then to say no to the parties, to going out on the beach and goofing off, so I could say yes to things that are truly important. So there is a bit of a sacrifice. There is a bit of a price you got to pay to get this thing going. And if you're going to do it, you fully engage, you fully immerse, you take all out massive action. It's easier to go fast than it is slow. It's easier to be successful in life than just making a living. And here's what I would tell you guys tonight on the phone. What do you have to do to make this business a bigger priority in your life? It's $50 to sign up. And for $50, they manufacture the product, they ship the product, they collect from the customer, they account to you, they pay you, on and on and on. All you got to do, your job description, Jay Martin doesn't call me up and say, Jeff, how many people did you talk to today? Your job description, what you get paid for, period, is to tell the story. It's sold by word of mouth, one satisfied customer to another. And if you get clear on that, and if you understand that the concepts, the basics, the fundamentals are constant, there's only a handful of things you have to do. You don't have to do 1,000 things well. You have to do a handful of things 1,000 times over and over again. You guys have heard of a guy named Jim Rohn. I'll never forget when I met Jim Rohn. I said, Jim, please tell me, how does this business work? What do you have to do? He said, a few simple disciplines done consistently over and over again equals multiple rewards. I said, what do you mean by that? He says, well, if you take the product one day and you miss it the rest of the week, are you going to have results? He goes, no, same thing in your business. If you talk to people one day and then you miss the next 6 days, are you going to have momentum and build results? He goes, you get paid for telling the story. Your job description is to build a growing customer base, build team, build relationships, build for events, build for major impending events. He goes, there's only a handful of things you got to do well, and those few simple disciplines equal multiple rewards. I was also told you can have more in life if you become more in life and see things not the way they are, but the way they can become. And, you guys have heard this a million times. For things to change, you got to change. For things to get better, you got to get better. Let's just think about it. We all have the same product. We all have the same marketing plan. We all have the same company. We're all in the same profession. And why is some people coming into this and shooting right up to the top, going right to within 3 to 5 years, 100 club and beyond. And other people are like, I can't get anybody to buy the product. It's the you part. And the bottom line is, it's the you part. And that's what I want to talk about tonight. I could share my story. I could share why I did it, why I do it today. But what I really want to talk about to you guys tonight is the you part. I want you to get off this call tonight and have some type of breakthrough, some type of, you've reached a threshold. You've kind of hit a defining moment, a moment in time, a threshold, like enough's enough. You know, that's it. I'm not going to live like this anymore. I'm going to raise my standards. I'm going to step up. Me, Chef Roberti. My sponsor quit. I don't have an education. I don't have any money. I don't have any experience. I don't have any background, but I'm hungry. If you could take the Juice Plus capsules and it would increase your hunger, your desire, I tell you to liquidate all your assets, because that's where it starts. I look for people that are hungry, that have a desire. Most people don't make $1 million a year because they don't have to. They don't make $100,000 a year because they don't have to. You know why a lot of these immigrants come to our country, don't even speak the language, and they become multimillionaires? Because they're hungry. You got to find someone that's hungry, that has the desire. And then the second part is, there's no free lunch here, guys. I can't lift your weights for you. Woody, if you and I go to the gym and we're in the gym working out together, I can't lift your weights. You got to lift your own weights. It's equal commitment for equal commitment. I work with the ones that deserve it, not the ones that need it. So you got to step up and realize it's your business. And so when I'm working with people, I look for hunger, I look for desire, they're willing to work, and they're teachable. They're willing to follow a proven plan of action, a success formula. And some of the things I would share tonight is, number one, you've got to inspire you before you can inspire other people. So step one in my book is, you've got to become a product of the product. You got to believe in the product. You got to believe in our mission. You've got to develop some kind of product story. You got to walk the talk. You got to show up as an example, not a warning. Get on the product. Get passionate about the product. Feel that it's not an opportunity. It's a responsibility when you know what you know about Juice Plus. How could I not share this with someone? And when you go to that place where you really, it's not what you say, it's how you feel about what you say, and people feel that, they feel that emotional sincerity, they feel that passion, that enthusiasm, and it's real. It's not bullshit. It's not hype. It's like from the heart. The longest journey in life is from the head to the heart. And if you're in your head, you're dead. Go from the head to the heart and truly show up with a servant's heart to go out there and gift this to people. I share it with everyone. Now, today, the concepts are constant. The basics, the fundamentals will never change. Building a growing customer base, building relationships, building a team, telling the story. But the techniques today are different than when I built 30 years ago. We didn't have social media. We didn't have Zoom calls. But those are the tools that you can use today to create curiosity, to get the story out to more people, to create community, to create culture, to build your business and use technology to build locally but think globally. You can build a global business through technology. I physically, Craig, had to live and work in over 20 different countries and meet everyone face to face. Today, with the tool we have called social media, it's a no-brainer. I mean, you can build a global business through technology. I remember when we had long distance phone call and everybody was freaking out, like, oh my God, it's long distance because it was so expensive. Everybody's running to the phone like it was a big deal. Rotary dial phones, we were excited we can fax a piece of paper. Today, where's my phone? This thing is what I tell the kids. This is called a smartphone. If it's not a smartphone, it's a dumb phone. Use this as a tool to be able to build your business. Attraction marketing, create curiosity, very, very powerful. So I understand the U part is success breeds success. If I don't show up in a peak, get that down in your notes, a peak resourceful state, whoever has the strongest state influences the other person. So when I show up and I'm on fire and I'm talking to someone and I'm sharing the company, I'm sharing the product, I'm sharing the opportunity, I'm sharing our profession, they're like, Jeff, if it's half as good as you make it sound, we're in. Now, a lot of the millennials today, they're not even talking to people. They don't even talk to anyone on the phone. They don't do that. They just all chat online. But whatever it is, you got a job to do it. Figure out how you want to do it. Do home parties. Do whatever you want to do. Knock someone down in the street and talk to them. Whatever it is. Do something on Facebook. Do something on Twitter or Instagram or whatever it is. You got a job to do, and your job is to tell the story, to build a growing customer base, get distributors. It's sold by word of mouth, one satisfied customer to another. Here's what I have found. Craig, Woody, Bobby, all you guys that are on. Distributors don't do what you tell them to do. They do what you do. They watch your feet, not your lips. Would you follow you? Here's a great question to ask yourself tonight. Would you follow you? Your work ethic, your daily method of operation, your consistency of effort, your focus on the paying activities, your attitude. Are you the type of person that you want to follow? They watch the feet, not the lips. Lead by example. Employ yourself. Hold yourself accountable. Be the best distributor in your organization. Nothing will ignite your business more than going out and putting on 5 new front lines. Cheryl Cortese, I call her my Juice Plus wife. I mean, we were a great hook 'em and cook 'em tag team. I just got all kinds of people that are interested in doing business with me coming off this Dallas event. And Cheryl and I, we're back in the production stage now. Like, let's build some new team. Let's get excited again. And when you're stressed out, you need a break, you need some time off. When you're in the management stage, when you're dealing with problems and working with the same people, and it becomes heavy and it becomes a drag and I need a break. But when you got new baby distributors, when you got a new freshman class, when you got some new blood in your business, some fresh meat, it's exciting. It's exciting because they're lapping it up. And it's, then you get to jump in their business and chase it from here to China. So here's what I'll tell you. You're rewarded in public for what you do in private. Everyone sees me today, but people that knew me back 30 years ago, my first 10 years, I didn't take a vacation. I didn't take a break. I had my foot on the gas. I worked this thing day and night. I had a sense of urgency. I had a fear of loss. I did not take it for granted. And even when I was making a fortune, my first 5 years I could have retired, I was playing like it was my first day and kept investing back into my business, kept my foot on the gas, kept in the production stage, and kept expanding not only in North America, but then in Europe and then over in Australia. And it was that extra 10% effort, guys, that really produced 90% of the results. And I found that, in this business, the business is never about you. It's always about the person in front of you. It's not about your needs. It's about their needs. It's about adding value to their lives. Care more about your customers, care more about your distributors and the results they're getting more so than the income you're earning. Zig probably said it the best, good old boy from Dallas, Texas. If you help enough other people get what they want out of life, you'll have everything you want out of life. So what I'd like to do, Craig, is I know we've got Woody on the line. Woody, would you share real quick your story, just a couple minutes, and then I'll call in another buddy of mine as well.
Sure, Jeff. No problem. Happy to do that. My story is one of coming out of corporate America and introduced to the product by my wife, who was in the business before I was. A typical guy, like many perhaps on the call, that was a little reluctant. Frankly, I thought it was a vitamin. Thank goodness it's not. We all know it's just raw food, something my diet needed, and I was in. But she was continuing the business. I was working a corporate job. Didn't see my kids growing up, riding jet airplanes. Yes, I had a number of great years. Glad I did it for a period, but I didn't own my life. I didn't own my time. And it got to a point when the last recession where the joy and gain out of being an individual business owner was gone. I saw the great fun Gretchen was having, meeting wonderful new people like many of you on the phone tonight. I was getting beat up by banks, by customers, by competitors, and it just, life was too short. And so we sold the business together. Gretchen had always been on my board. We sold the business. I asked if I could join her in the business after we got through resumes and references. She let me join her, and off we went. And I've got to say, I've never looked back a day on that traditional business career. Gretchen and I run our own lives. We run our own business. And at the end of the day, I'm probably the oldest guy in the call. Jeff, at this point, as you know, my great interest is giving back. And my view is where I can help somebody with their health, that's pretty good. If I can help somebody with their health and improve their wealth, I've given them the opportunity to make choices. And if life isn't anything more about the ability to make choices, I don't know how else to explain it. So when I go to bed at night, I believe I've given back to this world. I believe I've made a difference. And I believe with the whole Juice Plus family that we're changing the world for the better.
That's very well said, Woody. And also, I was very impressed when we were skiing together in Steamboat that you could keep up with Craig, keep him in your sight. And you actually was able to hang in the trees. And we both got hooked. We didn't want to ski the trees.
Oh, you and I were in the trees, scared to death, but we did it.
We did it. And we're trying to keep up with Craig, and this dude's blowing us away. I mean,
exactly. I'm glad we were there. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing. I got one other guy on the line. Bobby, are you on tonight, brother?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Would you share real quick your story?
Be glad to, Jeff. I appreciate that. And I just want to say, man, every time I listen to you, you inspire me. As you know, you and I both kind of grew up in this business. I've been in the business about 30 plus years myself, and it was tough. You know, my background is not impressive. I came from a background working with my family in a small mom and pop restaurant. And as Jeff has alluded to, we were too busy making a living to make any money. We were, as Jeff says, sick and tired of being sick and tired. And we didn't have any time freedom, financial freedom. We were, again, a lot of our overhead took all of our profits. We weren't barely getting by, but, you know, we did have that, as Jeff said, burning desire. We were willing to work, and we were teachable. As again, we were hungry in a big way. So we did go to work, and the rest is history. We've been very blessed. Our whole family lives on a 600-acre farm in Waynesboro, Georgia. We have the time freedom that we've never had before. You know, I've heard it say in this business that there's only three types of people: those that make things happen, those that watch things happen, and those that wonder what the heck happened. And I can tell you, we're all in the right business, right products at the right time. So I do encourage you, to share with you, do not take this for granted. Seize the moment. Wrap your arms around it. I believe the next 5 to 10 years is going to be bigger and better than the last 50 years, the last 25 years. So now is the time. You know, we've all got a story. We're all somewhere in life. And if you're ready to make a difference and a change in your life, folks, I say welcome home. There's no better place to be than the health and wellness industry. There's no better company to be with, no stronger company, no better track record than anything I've ever seen than this company right here. So I welcome you to the family. I'm looking forward to meeting you as we are all out and about. And I wish you much success. God bless. Jeff, thanks for the time.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Woody. Thank you, Bobby, for both sharing. And one thing I want to echo here is, you know, in our business, in our profession, you have a chance to build what's called residual income. Residual income means that you can still get paid off of what you did yesterday, tomorrow. In other words, it's called the compound effect. Whatever you build up the first year, you add to that the second year, and then the third year, and then the fourth year, then the fifth year. And all of a sudden you find yourself 3, 4, 5 years out, or like me, 30 years out, still getting paid on some of the same customers I put on 25 years ago on Juice Plus. It's built on rock, not sand. And here's the difference. Not only do you have the money, but you have the time freedom. You have the quality of life that most people only dream of. Most of the guys on this call tonight, if you really ask them the job that they're working, building someone else's dream, do you really see yourself there 10 years from now? How about 20 years from now? 30 years from now? No. So you work full-time on your job and you come over here and work part-time on your fortune. And if you have a woman in your life that wants to do this, you support her. You get behind her. You guys have a family meeting. You guys rally. If not, you do what you need to do. And as a man, you understand that you're going to need some strong women in the business. You're going to need some Gretchen Comstocks. You're going to need some Lisa Padgetts. You're going to need some Cheryl Cortez. You're going to need some of these strong women in your network to build it. Don't be stupid, guys, and think you just want to recruit only guys. The women are better networkers than us, period. They speak more words every day than we do. They're the best networkers. When a woman gets excited about something, who do they tell? Everyone. So understand that. And when they could have a chance to get the kids to get good nutrition in their body, or get excited about growing and eating vegetables with the Tower Garden, or get on the Children's Health Study, and they get locked in and they're on a mission and there's a purpose and there's a meaning, there's fulfillment, and they're growing and they're becoming more, that is something I like I told you, Craig, I know I got a good business. I can't screw up my own business. If I leave, no one follows me. So the awareness today is stronger than ever, guys. Let's just go into our common sense corner. You got a company that's almost 50 years old, stable, solid, lasting, built on rock. It's not going anywhere. Company won't let you down. Product, unbelievable. Not good timing, timeless, foundational. Something that'll never go out of style. We're not going to wake up tomorrow morning, flip on our computer, fruits and vegetables are a fad. They're not a good thing for you. Fruits and vegetables, the awareness today is stronger than it was 25 years ago, let alone even a year ago. Then you look at our marketing system, proven and tried system that so many people have been successful with. But the biggest thing is you got this leadership. You got Jay, you got Paula, you got all these great leaders that are holding this thing together for you and I. And we've got an opportunity to go out there and do something that counts, something that matters, something that's cause-oriented, something that's mission-driven, something that's bigger than yourself, something that you can feel proud about, Woody, when you lay your head down on the pillow at night and say, you know what, I'm doing something that's making a difference. I'm touching people's lives, not only helping them take self-responsibility for their health, but also take self-responsibility for their own financial future, for their wealth, and have abundance and grow as a person and become more and have more. And then something that is so rich in relationships, I love it. Long-term relationships equal long-term success. And then you think about the growth. I retired into my business, not from my business. Why? Because I got emotional revenue. I got spiritual revenue. I'm rich in relationships. I'm rich in love and connection. And then you think about growing. Aren't you the happiest in life when you're growing, when there's progress? Growth equals happiness. And then the contribution side of it, that's why I'm still plugged in, Craig. That's why I'm on the call tonight, because I'll never forget where I came from. I want to pay it forward. Life's not about me, it's about we. You go into a relationship to give, not to get. You don't measure what you get in return. There's no hook involved. And if people truly feel that you have their best interests at heart, if you really go into the relationship with that mindset, because it's 80% mindset, guys, 20% mechanics. Easy business, not a simple business. It does require some work. You got to put some effort into it. But I'm telling you, if you step up, get off this call tonight and say, that's it, I'm tearing up that list of excuses. I'm going to step up as a man or as a woman or as a family, whatever it is. I am going to raise my standards. I am going to play at a higher level. What do you have to do to make this business a bigger priority in your life? Treat it like a hobby or treat it like a business. Instead of $50 to sign up, what if it costs you $500,000? What if it costs you $5 million to buy your franchise? What level would you show up and play at then? Easy to get in, easy to get out. That's why 80% of the people I bring in, I know they're going to do it sometime, part-time or no time. And I love them and accept them for where they're at. And I keep them hanging around the flagpole, whether they're doing a little or doing a lot. 15% are going to step up and play at whatever level they're going to play at. They're going to move up a few notches in the marketing plan. But you may have to put 100 people in the funnel, through the pipeline to get 5%. Less than 5% are going to step up and play at the level we play at. And that's just how it is. So you got a lot of people doing a little. You got a few people that are really stepping up and playing at a higher level. You love them whether they're doing a little or a lot, and you just keep moving forward. You never let anyone steal your dreams. You never let anyone rain on your parade. You never buy their story. And what happens sometimes with people, it's your neighbors, your family, your coworkers, people that are close to you, they get you, because all of a sudden I remember in the beginning, people telling me, oh, Jeff, your product's no good. Your opportunity's no good. Oh, it's one of those pyramid deals. And you're no good, Jeff. And fortunately, I had the word in my vocabulary, next, say less to more, safety in numbers, law of averages, keep moving on. And so I could keep going on. It's been almost 45 minutes, Craig. I always like to leave people wanting more. So maybe you could wrap it up. I'll turn it back over to you. I just want to say God bless you guys. I'm excited. Summertime, don't let your momentum down. I know it's summer and I know the kids are out of school and it's, I'm on the beach here and everybody's out on their boats and jet skis and paddle boards, and enjoy your life. Absolutely. But don't let your momentum down. Stay consistent on the core values, the basics, the fundamentals. Keep growing your building customer base through the summer, because Tampa is right around the corner, guys, in October, and you show up there like a champion. So back to you, Craig.
Oh, man, thanks, Jeff. I could listen to you all night. So, a couple things really stood out to me, and more we focus on the community and what Juice Plus does for us. And I think one of the most amazing things about you, Jeff, is how you treat people and how much you care about people. When I joined this business, I knew I was helping people, but I was still about the numbers in the business and the paycheck and all that stuff. And that has completely changed for a guy that has made over $100 million in this business. I would think people would think you'd be about the money, and you're not. And you're all about the heart, which I love. And the most powerful thing I heard tonight was, if I left this business, if I, Jeff Roberti, the #1 guy in the company, one of the best all time in network marketing, left this business, nobody would follow me. We have that good of an opportunity in Juice Plus. So that really stood out to me. Guys, go out there and make a difference, build relationships. A lot of you guys have probably read the Bible. I think the biggest message out of the Bible is do more for others than you do for yourself. I think that's just the underlying theme of the Bible even, and that's what we do here. So thank you very much. I'm going to close it out. We're not going to do questions. We ran a little over here, but I want to say thanks to Jeff. Thanks to my partner, Mike. If you want to get a hold of Michael, he is at Murphy Speaks on Instagram. Great way to communicate with him. I also put my YouTube link up on the chat, so I'll leave that up there for now so you guys can copy that. That is where the video will be posted by tomorrow morning, so you can share that. And then next month, we have Jason LaChance, who is our Midwest Regional Director, is going to be joining us for the call. We've got a great lineup moving forward, so thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you to all the people that are listening, and let's go out there and make a difference in people's lives. I love you guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Love you guys.
Night, guys. Great call. Thanks.